What's up, you guys? Come shopping with me at the mall and watch while I get Chinese food there too. On this day, my mom and I were actually just shopping for different kinds of Christmas items. Now, we don't normally actually celebrate Christmas, but there were so many deals that we wanted to take advantage of them. So we went to the mall on this day, and while we were shopping, we decided that we were a little bit hungry, so we headed to the food court in order to see what kind of items they had. I have to say, I've not seen this mall being this busy since like 2010. It was absolutely crazy how many people there were. I think it's because they had a bunch of different deals, and of course, there was like a couple of days before Christmas, so people just wanted to get all of their shopping done. Now, seeing the immensely large line in the place that we normally get food from, we decided to go to the Pee Wee Express, but then I actually took a look at what kind of food they had, and the food honestly did not look good at all. It was very dry and kind of crusty looking, so we decided to brave the line and just go to our normal place. Now, I normally go to the Cajun Cafe whenever I am at the mall. I have to admit, I don't normally go to the mall that often anymore, especially since I don't live with my parents anymore and I moved literally halfway across the country. But whenever we do go to the mall when I'm visiting them, we go to the Cajun Cafe because the food there is so much better than other places at the mall. And whenever we go to the Cajun Cafe, we end up getting a couple of dishes in particular. So what we do is we get the main entree being the chicken jambalaya rice, which you can see here is kind of just fried rice with bits of chicken in it, but the chicken is like done in this bourbon jambalaya style, which makes it so much better than like ordinary chicken fried rice would be. And I find that the bourbon style actually really helps to make the chicken not be that dry and just have slightly more flavor than like chicken fried rice normally is. And then for our actual mains, I normally get orange chicken and sesame chicken. For some reason, the sesame chicken here is super bright orange and the orange chicken is not that orange, but I assure you it does taste like sesame chicken and orange chicken. It's just colored weird, I guess. And my mom normally gets a double order of the spicy bourbon chicken. Now, one thing about me is that I do not like super orange flavored orange chicken. I know that that might be a little bit weird to say, but I've never enjoyed super like over your head kind of orange chicken. I prefer a subtle orange flavor, and the orange chicken here definitely has that subtle orange flavor that I'm looking for. And then afterwards, we struggled to find a place to sit because there were just so many people. But eventually, we did find one, and this is how my plate looks like, and that's how my mom's plate looks like. These plates actually come with this sweet soy sauce in that little black cup over there, which, if you ever go to the Cajun Cafe, definitely take advantage of that black cup of sweet soy sauce because the rice does not taste as good without it. It just kind of tastes not like bland. I don't want to put them on blast and say that it tastes super bland, but it kind of does taste a little bland. Like the soy sauce is definitely the way to go because it adds so much more flavor. Now, this might just be me, but does anybody else get like super parched before they eat anything? Whenever I'm about to eat anything, I just have to take a few sips of water because I just cannot like function without taking a few sips of water just to like wet my mouth, I guess, or like get used to it. I'm not sure. I always have to take a few sips of water before I eat anything. And then I tried a piece of the chicken that was in the jambalaya rice. It was pretty good, not that tender to be honest, but it had a slight sweet flavor, and overall it was seasoned fine. It didn't have too much of a chicken taste, which is something else that I just cannot handle most of the time. And then I took a bite of the rice. You can see here that it actually had some of that black soy sauce on it, and it was really, really good. The sweet soy sauce adds such a subtle note of flavor, but it's definitely needed. And this is a bit of rice without any of that on there. You can see that it looks a lot more bland, and when I tried it, it definitely was a lot more bland. Like, you can see that I was just thinking that it was a little bit mid, because without that black soy sauce, I don't know why, it just does not taste as good. This is the sesame chicken. Like I said, it's bright orange for some reason. I don't understand why, but it tastes really, really good. Super crunchy, super hot, and the chicken isn't like overcome by the bready bits either. And then I took a most minuscule amount of orange chicken ever, because I knew that I would get too full to finish my food, so I didn't want to like fill myself up before I finished the rice, because I don't like eating reheated rice. And then I tried some of my mom's stuff. This was a bit of zucchini or maybe squash, I don't know exactly, from the spicy bourbon chicken. It was really good. I have to say the spicy bourbon chicken was not spicy in the least bit. Maybe if you have a super low spice tolerance, it'll be spicy for you, but for me personally, it was not that spicy. And then this is the actual piece of chicken, and I tried that. It was a very large piece of chicken, so excuse me. But I have to say, not that spicy. Definitely a good flavor, though. It's slightly sweet. The chicken and the spicy chicken bourbon was definitely a lot more tender, though. So that's definitely a plus. And this was what I had left after I finished eating my food. I just cannot have that much food in one setting. But don't worry, I did eat all of that for dinner that night. And this was what my mom had left. She was trying to take a couple more bites, but in the end, she couldn't eat all of that. And then I wanted to do a fuller review of the rice. So the rice was super fresh on this day. Normally, they have it sitting there for a couple of hours because there aren't that many people, but there were so many people that the rice was super fresh, and I almost burned my mouth a couple of times. Like, that's how fresh it was, because it was super hot. Like, it was literally steaming. That's how hot it was. And I literally had to, like, blow on it several times because it was just that hot. You can see how many orders they were serving on that day, so I guess that's the reason why it was that like fresh and spicy, or not spicy, just hot, not spicy at all though. And I guess that's the reason why it was that hot that day. But regardless, I was like definitely being more cautious than I normally would when I was eating it. That is all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more, and I really hope that you guys have a wonderful new year. Bye!